Alright guys, ignore that. Now it is time for the base design itself. So we're just going to throw up a generic 2x2. And you're going to want to make sure that this right here is wood. And these door frames are wood as well, so you can remove them at a later point in the video, or in your wipe, I guess. And we're just going to make this starter, per usual, you know, the generic 2x2 starter that everyone gets. Also make sure that this is a triangle, because if not, you're not going to be able to have as much storage in your TC room, and if you try and place a square, well, you're not going to be able to place your TC. So, okay, we're going to pretend there's a box there. We're going to act like we weren't struggling for that. And then place your bags, and there's room for tier 2 and tier 3. I mean, tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 in this room if you would like. You can move it throughout the base if you so decide. And throw up some furnaces for easy access starter. But then after you get your starter up, you're going to want to start doing the actual design itself, which is with, go like this on each side. So I'm going to speed up right here while I do this, and then we'll be right back. Alright, and then after you do that, you're going to want to place a triangle, and then a square, and then another square to make these all connect. Alright, and then after you have all this, I forgot to add the squares at the end of these, so just add another square. And then after we have all of this, we can decide what we want to do next. It really is up to you guys. You can add the interior honeycomb now, because that'll probably help your base the most. But a big thing is, don't let these triangles sit without being connected to each other for too long, or else your squares on the ends will decay. So honestly, this would be a good rule of thumb, just to do this quickly before you get to building the rest of your base. You can put metal doors, garage doors, whatever you have at this point in time. We're just going to do metal, because we're trying to make it as realistic to what you'll have at that time as possible. And then you're going to change that to a garage door, and then remove these, place this wall here, here, and here. You can use a furnace at the beginning and just a normal door. And then you're going to want to do the exact same right here. And if you already have ladder hatches and everything, you can make this ladder hatch go straight up, so you can have more protection on your... it's rather than 16 to blow through when you have it high qualed, it could be up to 32 if you decide to high qual these, but that is all personal choice. You're also going to want to build up this side as well, and then place it as so. Garage door here, and make sure you cover all this, as well as pick this out. And we'll put metal doors here for now. And then after you have all this done, definitely do the honeycomb around the whole base, or at least these two floors. And then after you're all done with this, now you have the base of what you're going to be doing. You can start building up the exterior. And then you're going to want, for your bedrooms, you're going to want to separate them out as so. And make sure they're facing other directions so they can't just hold a single angle on all your bedrooms. And you can change some of these into loot rooms if you don't need this many bedrooms. Up to you, whatever you choose to do in the end is... This is just a good idea of what you can do with this base. But honestly, there's a lot of rooms and hidey holes, and what you choose to do with them is what you decide. Whatever you decide you want to do. And then for this part, we're going to do this. Add peek downs into these loot room. Into the internal core. And these will end up being our storage rooms, our second floor storage, as well as locker kits and other such, like batteries. And then you get the lockers and batteries. I personally do 1 battery and 1 locker. And then you wall them off as well. This is my first time actually making a building video, so I apologize if it's not very high quality. I was gonna try and do some cool editing stuff and everything, but I've come to terms with Rust building is not what I want to be known for. Also, I'm placing these batteries incorrectly. Make sure you're placing batteries this way when you place them in their locker. In the triangle, because you will end up not being able to grab them. I don't know why I didn't even think about that when I was originally building this just now. And then for these, they are all loot rooms. Feel free to skip around the video, if I'm doing something slow, because I did say I was going to speed it up just a second ago, but now that I'm actually building, I realized I'm not going to do that. Okay. Alright, and for this next part, I personally like adding 2 jump ups, but you only realistically need 1. I just like having 2 jump ups on the separate ends of a base this big, so that for 1, convenience, and for 2, you can use them for protection. And then on these ones, I like to make them another bedroom. That is your choice if you want to do so, but usually give these to the most active members of the team. They have insta respawns on loot room, and they have a higher chance of securing floors than the rest of the team does. And for these, the reason I love these loot rooms is because they're all separated. They can't all be raided at once. What am I doing? There we go. And you turn all of these into loot rooms. And now you have 4 separate loot rooms, all looking different directions. So if they want to raid into them, they have to raid into them all separately. And then for the next floor, you do the same design. I was definitely messing this up right here. It's going a little too quick for myself. And now this is... What floor is this? I believe this is up to shooting floor. And then, so for now, we just wall this off. I personally like them facing different directions. But in realism, you probably want them facing the same direction so that they can't hold this angle while you try and come up. But I just like the design of it, personally. And then I will be right back with the next part of the base. Alright, so I messed up in the recording. So for this is the 4th floor. You do have another floor before shooting floor. I don't know what I was thinking. I apologize. You're going to want to line up the roofs here first before you do the external. Before you do all this stuff, you're going to want to add all of this. So now you can, I don't know what I'm doing. Add lockers in here. And then what I personally like to do is add boxes. Whoops. 4 boxes. And then you do this all around. So I will bring you back when we are done. Alright. So now that all the locker rooms and box rooms are done, even though they don't have boxes on them, you're going to want to put beds in all of these, because with your beds here, it's a lot harder to rocket all of them out. Plus, if you have beds here, I mean, you can do something else with this room, but you can't add doors because the roof does not connect. So you do this throughout the entire room. And then here is the lining up of the roofs. It goes from a square base design to a circle base design. Now that you have that done, probably before you do so, you're going to want to... What is this? Oh, I actually made this into a... Okay. What you're going to want to do is go up, make a way up. Alright, so I'm sitting here editing this, and I want you guys to know, in this clip right here, which is the next clip you guys are about to see, I only put this 3 high, and that is because I forgot the floor for the 4th floor. So make sure to remember to put all of these 4 high. All these around the side, all the way up to 4. Thank you. Alright, so for this part, you're going to want to go a triangle, and then 1, 2, 3, and then build back, and you're going to leave that, and then put 2 squares here on all sides of the base. 1, 2, 3, destroy that, build this back, and 1, 2, and there you are. So these are going to be our external peaks, or I guess you could China wall it if you so desire. But yes, and I will bring you guys back when we have all 4 of these done, or 6 of these. Alright, and then after you have this done, I probably should have told you guys to add these. It's just going to be armored double door or sheet metal double door. and some shop fronts. And you're going to want to change this to a garage door. And make sure to add the ladder hatches when possible. Biggest thing is make sure you have your base secure before you decide that you're gonna go throw away all your loot. I also like playing the game more passively. I'm more interested in the PvP, building aspect of the game than hardcore PvP, but to each their own, I suppose. All right. Now that you have all these done, bedroom secured, now you're going to go up and add all of your external shooting floors. You're going to want to do the first layer and the second. You don't need the squares on the end, and honestly you could go without these layers, but if they blow out these, your entire shooting floor will fall. So I personally prefer to make sure that everything is secure and do it all together, especially if you're going to be making this out of stone. And once we have all of these like this, I will bring you guys back. Alright, now that you have all of these, you are going to want to put squares in all of them. I require it. And then add windows. I add all of these for stability. I also like to have another jump up as well. Since the base is so big, you have room for another. And then I usually add a room of lockers or another bedroom if you so desire. Whatever you want to do with that, you can. Or you can add boxes in them so you have even more separated loot out. It's really up to you what you want to do. And then you have to have a way up, which I usually do right here because it's close. Now you just close in the roof. And you hope you have enough stability to do so, which for some reason that one did not. There's definitely a method to lining up where the stability is and is not. If you have to add more door frames, that is okay. Just make sure your base doesn't fall apart. All right, and then you can choose what you want to do with the roof. That is honestly up to you. All right, so after you get done with your shooting floor and everything else on the base that you want to do, then you can connect these together. Actually, you should probably do this much sooner than you do with your entire shooting floor, but nonetheless, do as you please. So we're gonna add a triangle on each of these, and then a square, and you're gonna make these go out. Sorry, wrong way. By 3. They're gonna go out 3 on each side, and then you're going to add. Sorry, I'm looking at the picture right now. And you go like this. Triangle. Triangle. And square. These ones always mess with my brain because they are a little more complicated. So then what you do is add a triangle there, a triangle here, put 3 triangles on the outside. And then triangle here. Wait, no, not a triangle there. Triangle here, triangle there, and a square. And these are how you get your external TCs, and you're gonna make sure, you wanna make sure that you go like this, so these all connect, because if they do not connect by a wall or a door frame or something like that, they will not have stability. So if you do not add these door frames, these will decay down. Anyways, I'm sorry this video was so confusing. I'm gonna try and edit it around so it looks better and like things are in the right place when they're supposed to be, yada yada yada. But thank you for watching. I hope this base does anyone who uses it good. I wish I would have done a lot better on explaining how things work and how I do things and actually putting the video in order. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace out.